Imagine this: each morning greets you with a blank canvas. No marks, no colors, just potential. In your hand, the brush, your decisions. By nightfall, the strokes you've made will form the image of your life. And that picture, over time, becomes your destiny. Most people wait for transformation to strike like lightning. A sudden breakthrough, a miracle, a burst of motivation. But the truth is far quieter. Success is not one grand act. It's the sum of tiny disciplines repeated daily. Failure, too, is not dramatic. It's born from small errors in judgment, harmless in the moment, but deadly when compounded. The difference between success and failure rarely shows itself in a single day. It hides in the quiet choices. No one sees what you do when you're tired, what you repeat when no one's watching, what you allow when your excuses sound reasonable. Every day offers a chance to paint a better line. And the beauty of life is that you never run out of canvases. You get one, fresh and new, each sunrise. So, today let's uncover the disciplines that shape not only what you do, but who you become. Discipline 1. Attitude. Attitude is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. It's not just how you feel, it's how you see. Your attitude decides whether life's moments appear as problems or possibilities. Think of attitude as a magnet. It attracts opportunities or repels them. Have you noticed? Negative people can walk into a room full of light and still find the shadows, while positive people create warmth even in the coldest circumstances. Every day, you can improve your attitude. Just a little. Start by choosing gratitude over complaint, patience over irritation, optimism over doubt. When you wake, whisper this quietly to yourself: today, I choose to see differently. Over time, those tiny adjustments change everything. A brighter lens reveals brighter paths. And when your attitude improves, your relationships improve, your work improves, your health improves. Because your entire world begins to align with the light you carry inside. It's not an overnight transformation. It's a steady unfolding. One better thought, one better reaction, one better choice each day. Discipline 2. Focus. Distraction is the silent thief of greatness. The world is loud, and attention is constantly auctioned to the highest bidder. But focus, real focus, is power. It's the art of saying no to noise so that you can say yes to purpose. Ask yourself, how often do you begin the day reactive? Checking messages, scrolling, replying, consuming. When you start in chaos, you invite more of it. The disciplined few begin differently. They guard sacred time. A quiet hour to think, read, plan. In that stillness, clarity grows. Focus isn't about forcing attention. It's about creating an environment where attention thrives naturally. Each morning, decide what truly matters. Write it down. Then, for one uninterrupted hour, give it your undivided energy. No phone, no tabs, no noise. At first it will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will resist stillness. But soon, you'll crave it. Because focus is freedom. And when you master it, your days stop controlling you. You begin to control them. Remember this: clarity is born from silence. And progress begins when distractions end. Discipline. Self. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It is the ability to act, even when comfort calls you to stop. Without discipline, talent collapses under its own potential. With it, even ordinary people do extraordinary things. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. But like any muscle, it grows through resistance. That means discomfort is not the enemy. It's the gym. Start small. Wake 15 minutes earlier. Finish what you begin. No matter how trivial, follow through on the promises you make to yourself. Each kept promise forges self-trust, the rarest currency in life. And as your self-trust expands, so does your power. Discipline isn't built on willpower alone. It's shaped by habit. When the right behaviors become automatic, effort turns into ease. Read 10 pages daily. Move your body, even briefly. Refuse the easy excuse. Tiny acts of consistency compound into character. There was once a man who had every gift except discipline. He began 100 projects and finished none. One day, he decided to complete one small task each day. Fully weeks became months, and something shifted. Momentum replaced frustration, and that simple act of finishing transformed his entire life. Remember, success doesn't require brilliance. Only completion. Start small. Finish often. Repeat forever. Time is the only resource distributed equally to all 24 hours. That's the wealth everyone receives. But how you spend it defines your fortune. People often claim they have no time. Yet time is never missing, it's merely misplaced. Busy is not productive. Activity is not achievement. You can run fast and still be lost. Mastering time begins with mastering priorities. Ask yourself each morning, what single act today moves me toward the life I desire? Do that first. Guard it from distraction. Treat it like sacred ground, because it is. Plan your days, but also plan your rest. Exhaustion is not a badge of honor, it's a signal of imbalance. Work without pause leads not to success, but to depletion. Rest renews focus. Focus creates excellence. Imagine your day as a jar. If you fill it first with sand, the trivial tasks, there will be no space for the stones that matter. But if you place the stones first, your true priorities, the sand will always find room around them. So place your stones wisely. Guard your mornings, end your evenings with reflection, not regret, because time, once spent, never returns. But discipline in how you spend it will return everything you seek. Growth, the world never stops changing. And if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Knowledge is the soil of progress. The more you learn, the more you can do. The more you can do, the more value you bring. And the more value you bring, the more rewards you receive. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention. By setting aside time every day to feed your mind. Maybe today you read 10 pages of a good book. Tomorrow you listen to an inspiring lecture. The next day you study something new about your craft. Each small act of learning adds up. You become sharper, wiser, more capable. Formal education can make you a living. But self-education, that makes you a fortune. There's a saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. But beyond money, the more you learn, the more you become. Knowledge builds confidence. Confidence fuels action. And action creates opportunity. Don't wait for wisdom to find you. Go looking for it. Read widely, question deeply. Stay curious. Curiosity is how the soul breathes. It's the inner whisper that says, there's more to know. Feed that voice daily, and you'll never stagnate. Because when you stop growing, you start decaying. But when you commit to learning, every day becomes a new beginning. Purpose. Purpose is what gives meaning to all the other disciplines. Without it, discipline feels heavy. With it, discipline becomes devotion. Purpose answers the question, why? Why wake early? Why work hard? Why grow? When you have a reason that stirs your spirit, effort feels lighter. Obstacles become part of the mission, instead of barriers to it. Some people spend their lives chasing success, but forget to ask what success is for. They climb a mountain, only to realize it was the wrong one. Purpose keeps you on the right mountain. It doesn't always reveal itself in a single moment. Often, purpose is discovered piece by piece, through the things you choose to care about each day. Ask yourself, what gives me energy? Even when it's hard, what pain am I willing to endure for something that matters? Who benefits when I live at my best? The answers to those questions are the compass points of your purpose. Each day, refine it, reflect, adjust. Act and you'll notice, the clearer your purpose becomes. The simpler your choices get. Because when you know what you're here for, you stop wasting time on what you're not. Purpose doesn't make life easier, it makes it worth it. It aligns your attitude, your discipline, your growth, and your time. And when all of these work together, your life stops being a random collection of days. It becomes a deliberate journey. Every action, every thought, every moment starts to aim in one direction, toward meaning. We've covered much today: attitude, focus, discipline, time, growth, and purpose. 6 simple ideas, but together, they form the framework of a remarkable life. Each one feeds the other. A better attitude sharpens focus. Focus fuels discipline. Discipline protects time. Time expands growth. Growth clarifies purpose. And purpose strengthens attitude once more. Round and round it turns, a circle of quiet power. When these disciplines align, life begins to move differently. You notice meaning where there was noise. You feel direction where there was drift. You start responding instead of reacting. It's not perfection. you're chasing, it's progress. The goal is not to change everything overnight, but to change one small thing every day, because the smallest daily disciplines compound faster than you can imagine. Think of the seed of an oak, tiny, ordinary, almost invisible, but within it lies a forest. That's what your habits are, seeds of destiny. Every time you choose gratitude over complaint, focus over distraction, discipline over comfort, you plant a seed that will grow long after the moment has passed. Soon, those small wins form roots, then branches, then shade, and one day, you look around and realize you've built a life that feels calm, capable, and complete. This is the quiet truth few ever learn. Greatness is not a leap, it's an accumulation. 1,000 small right choices, repeated until they become who you are. So pause now and reflect. What small improvement can you begin today? Where could one degree of effort create an entirely different direction? Maybe it's waking earlier. Maybe it's listening more. Maybe it's choosing patience when you'd normally choose anger. Whatever it is, start not tomorrow, not someday. Now, because the days are not waiting for you. They are passing, one canvas after another, and each evening, you'll hang that day's painting in the gallery of your life. The question is, what will your gallery say about you? Will it tell the story of distraction, regret, and wasted time? Or will it show the quiet masterpiece of someone who cared enough to improve a little every day? Remember this, success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. Every action, every habit, every thought is a brushstroke on that masterpiece. And the good news is, you can begin again at sunrise. A new canvas, a new chance. So take your brush, paint deliberately, and let the world see what discipline, purpose, and faith in small beginnings can create. Keep going, keep improving, because one day, you'll look back and realize the quiet work you did in private built the life everyone else will call extraordinary. Communication. Every day, in every conversation, you're shaping your future through words, tone, and the way you listen. Communication is not just a skill, it's a bridge. It connects your thoughts to the world, and the quality of that bridge determines how far you go. Some people think communication is about talking more, but in truth, it's about understanding better. The greatest communicators aren't those who speak the loudest. They're the ones who listen the deepest. Listening is an act of respect. It says, your words matter, your story matters. And when people feel heard, they open up. Trust grows, opportunities appear. Tree it, today listen, with intention not to respond, not to impress, just to understand. And when you do speak, choose words that lift, words that heal, words that move things forward. You can tell a lot about someone by how they speak when they're angry, and even more by how they speak when they're kind. Every sentence you utter is a seed, and the tone you use is the soil it's planted in. Negative tones grow weeds, positive tones grow gardens. So plant carefully. Think of how different your life could be if you improved your communication by just 1% each day. Maybe you learn to express gratitude more clearly. Maybe you learn to pause before replying. Maybe you learn to say no without guilt and yes with conviction. Each improvement makes you not only a better communicator, but a better human. And people are drawn to those who express themselves with warmth, clarity, and grace. You don't need a stage to influence others. Your tone, your honesty, and your presence already do that every single day. Gratitude. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful forces in life. Gratitude. Gratitude transforms ordinary days into blessings and routine jobs into joy. It's the quiet miracle that shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. You see, it's easy to notice what's wrong, the traffic, the bills, the noise, but gratitude teaches you to see what's right. And here's the paradox. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you attract what you appreciate. It's like the universe leans toward those who say thank you. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain or challenge. It just reminds you that hardship and beauty can exist in the same breath. That even in the storm, there's shelter. Even in loss, there's lesson. Every morning, ask yourself, what can I be grateful for today? It could be the roof above your head, the strength in your body, the chance to try again. And every night, reflect, what went right today? Maybe it's a small smile, a solved problem, a moment of calm. This simple act changes your chemistry. It rewires your mind from scarcity to abundance. I once knew a man who practiced gratitude even when life was collapsing around him. He lost his job, his savings, his confidence. But every night, he wrote down 3 small things that still made life worth living. Weeks turned into months, and when opportunity returned, he was ready. Not because life got easier, but because he had grown stronger. Gratitude doesn't remove your problems. It refocuses your vision so you can rise above them. It's the seed of peace, the foundation of joy, and the magnet of success. The more thankful you are, the more reasons you'll find to be thankful for. So tonight, when the noise of the world fades, take a deep breath and whisper 2 words to yourself. Thank you, because that simple phrase, when felt, not forced, has the power to transform everything around you.